Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of your OGR. I gotta give one last little OGR for you guys because today the Edmonton Oilers headed into Game 4 looking for, a little redemption, but we lost out in overtime as the third overtime as we lost 4-3 in this crushing game. Honestly, I'm not upset. I'm a bit upset about watching my team, of course, lose. But I was already prepared for it yesterday. I knew coming into today that no matter what was going to happen, that this team was going to win just because of the fact that Dave Tippett can't coach this team. And it sucks to say that. And I was watching this entire game saying that Tippett sucks. This is a dumb Tippett mistake here. What is he thinking here? Why is, Bear not playing any minutes in overtime, and we're playing old as fuck Chris Russell and Adam Larson? I mean, Nuge was playing out of his mind. I think he was playing one of his best games, but he was lined up with Shore and Cassian and not playing alongside of Ennis Puljujärvi, but they were playing down on the fourth line with Gaetan Haas. None of the decisions last night made any sense for the Edmonton Oilers, and it was absolutely baffling to see what Tippett was doing, and especially his lineup combinations. Playing less minutes for Puljujärvi compared to Devon Shore, a little bit more 5-on-5 time, but not very much on the power play. I mean, they played Chase on, who finally did something on the power play, but that power play didn't look good for the majority of the game. We had a lot of chances, but we didn't look good for the majority of the game. And last game, what made us look good? Well, having Puljujärvi and Yamamoto on the power play is really what made us look good. And now the power play just looked like crap. And it was a rough game to watch because for me, I didn't give a crap. And I'll say that because me watching this game, I'm like, yeah, I already know that this team is not good enough or being out-coached. Your Paul Maurice is actually doing a very good job of coaching the Winnipeg Jets here, keeping this team energized and ready to go. And especially Winnipeg, they've been very well experienced. And I knew that coming into this series. I knew that this was going to be a tough team to go up against. And yes, I did believe that the Edmonton Oilers were going to be able to pull this off, but the coach really did fuck us. So let's get into reviewing the game instead of the countless things that this team did not do and, the mistakes that were made throughout this entire game, because we could constantly go over a ton of them, but a lot of them were due because of Tippett. So let's get into reviewing this game. Now, I don't remember half of these. I do remember the first one was Mark Scheifele got a power play goal. Now, I do remember this one. This was actually one where Chris Russell was killing off this penalty, and he was on the right-handed side and not covering Scheifele at all. Left him wide open, and of course it went right in the back of the net, which was just really unfortunate for the Edmonton Oilers, and it started off the Winnipeg Jets with a great goal. Connor McDavid scored an absolute beauty, and also Chris Russell was really not playing that good throughout the game. I thought he was kind of a liability for our defensive core. He was just not the guy who I thought needed to be in the lineup, especially, playing him over Jones and Kulikov. I feel like right there, that's just a firing moment for me. I was even telling a couple people that if anyone does that situation where you play Russell over Jones and Kulikov, you deserve to be fired. If you're playing Shore and Cassian on your second line, you deserve to be fired, and you don't deserve to be a head coach, because those are some dumb and low IQ decisions that you're making out on the ice. Anyways, McDavid scored a beautiful wraparound goal, which was a huge goal for the Edmonton Oilers. And then Mason Appleton jumps right back and gets a big one there for the Jets. And then going into the second period, the Oilers really started exploding as Nuge gets a big goal there for the Edmonton Oilers. It was a beautiful job there by Nuge, and really shutting up the haters, because there's been a lot of haters on Twitter, and even BMAX was saying, oh, we got to let go of Nuge because we don't have enough cap space. What the hell are you talking about? Nuge forever. We are keeping Nuge forever. I don't care what anyone says. This guy has been having an unbelievable season. Especially, yes, he wasn't there for the playoffs, but he did a great job defensively, and I give Nuge that the entire time. And have you guys seen his line mates? He played with Shore and Cassian throughout the ending of the game, and got playing with McLeod and Cassian. Nothing on McLeod, but McLeod half of the time wasn't even playing with Nuge, and he was playing with low-tier line mates. he had 2 points tonight. I give it to Nuge. He had a great playoffs, and I'm still a big Nuge lover, and he deserves to stay on the Edmonton Oilers no matter how much he gets, because he is such a good player for the Edmonton Oilers, and especially his two-wayness. You just can't get rid of that type of player, as he gets a big, just absolutely dangles everyone, gets a big goal there for the Oilers. But anyone saying get rid of Nuge is an idiot, because this is a good, big guy for our team. This is a big key player for the Edmonton Oilers, and if we don't have him, we don't have any depth. Nuge is a big guy for the Edmonton Oilers, and you're not going to change my mind on it, because Nuge is legit. You look at his analytics, and you look at everything else, this guy deserves a really nice contract, and he's probably going to get he's going to probably take a discount to this team. What I've been hearing was like $5.5 million. It could even be more, but that's what I was hearing, and I'm hoping we do get them at that. That would be absolutely amazing. And then a big power play goal by Alex Chiasson. He gets his first goal of the season, which was absolutely beauty. He absolutely dangled Hellebuck. It was a nice shot from Draisaitl as well, and a nice rebound left open there for Chiasson, and he scored a big one. And then Scheifele, he buried one in the third period, and then there was nothing in the first, nothing in the second, and then a Kyle Connor, 6 minutes and 52 seconds into the third overtime, scores a big one. This one, I really don't have any words for it, honestly. The way that Tippett played these lines, and, BMAX, saying that we should not fire Tippett. We should absolutely fire Tippett this year. The way that Tippett coached these games, first of all, game 1 was horrible. The lineups were horrible. Everything about that game stunk like ass. Second game, he didn't change up anything. No lineups being changed until he went into game 3, and then we made some changes, but it was not that bad, but it was doable, right? You go into game 3, and we're actually starting to throw the body around. We're actually starting to produce a little bit, but we're playing Kara and Archibald as our third line over the Haas Yamamoto line. And then going into this game, we decided to throw Chris Russell into the lineup over Jones or Kulikov, which is just an absolute joke. So saying that we should not fire Tippett, we should absolutely fire that whole coaching staff for the way that they coach this playoffs, because I am blaming everything on them. I'm not blaming anything on McDavid. McDavid played his heart out. Nuge played his heart out. Draisaitl played his heart out. Yamamoto did. Puljujärvi. Everyone played their heart out in this playoff game. This last one, we outplayed the Winnipeg Jets throughout the entire series, but yet we got outcoached by Paul Maurice. Guess what? Paul Maurice was benching throughout the entire overtime. It was, Thompson, Lewis, and Lewis, Perreault, and Thompson. They're lesser known players. They're depth players. So you'd be thinking, okay, maybe Kara, maybe Shore would be benched, and Chiasson. Probably you'd be seeing McLeod, and you'll be seeing, a little bit of Bear, and a little bit of Cuckoo, because Bear's one of your best defensemen, but yeah, he's playing 14 minutes compared to Darnell Nurse, who played 62 minutes, and I give it a Nurse. Nurse played great, but when you're having him out there for 5 fucking minutes, are you shitting me, dude? He's out there for 5 minutes without changing. Is just absolutely baffling. And how you don't play Bear at all, and you're playing old as fuck Russell for 32 minutes was an absolute joke. How you didn't play Caleb Jones in this game. I don't care about playoff experience. You play your best players. You're seeing what these young defensemen are doing out there across the league in New York with Noah Dobson, what they're doing there in Winnipeg, what they're doing there in Toronto with Rasmus Sandin. You gotta have trust in your younger players, and Tippett did not. That's why he deserves to be fired without a doubt. He does not deserve to be the head coach of this team, especially not playing Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi only played 23 minutes. Cassian played more minutes than Puljujärvi, and Puljujärvi was flying out there and barely got any minutes. This guy could have been the game-winning guy for the Edmonton Oilers, but didn't even play anything. And that's the thing that pissed me off. That was the thing that frustrated me, not watching the Edmonton Oilers play, because me watching this team, I feel like there's a team there. There's a team that could produce. We have a great top 6. It's just the way that the coach deploys the team, and then the way that we play hurts us. We were playing like a 2-2-1 type of style, and then we were forechecking near in the overtime. And I know, yes, we get tired and we're playing a little bit more relaxed, but man, we suck at playing a trap game, dude. Every time I see this play go into that type of, that Yeah, I said the 2-2-1. What was the other one that I was thinking about? Anyways, it's kind of like a trap style defensive game that the Edmonton Oilers tried to play, especially in last game when we blew that 4-1 lead. It was because we're trying to play that trap defensive game, and Tippett does not deserve to be the head coach of this team because he does not know talent. He does not know how these players play, and it's an absolute joke the way that he coached this game, and he was the reason why we got swept. I don't give a shit what you guys say or anything. That's the reason why we got swept. Tippett was the biggest key of this loss and every single other loss. If you go and take a look at Money Puck, we had the better analytics throughout every single game. We had the best probability of winning all of these games. We had actually the longest lead throughout all of these games. Winnipeg didn't really lead very much throughout this entire series. It was mostly one point games, right? 1-goal games. It was baffling how bad Tippett coached this team, not taking the timeouts when he needed to, not deploying the right lines. The list goes on for the Edmonton Oilers, and it hurts to be an Oilers fan without a doubt. I'm still happy, I'm still going to cheer for this team without a doubt. They're still going to be the team that I'm going to be making Oilers content on until the end of my life. This is just the second season, and we got many more to come, and hopefully the third season, fourth season will be better than this, because this was a rough one, boys. This was a rough one. I don't think I got any more else to say. Bear also gave up a great pass to Mark Scheifele, that third goal as well. I know I wasn't giving shit to Bear, but without a doubt that was a dumb play by Bear, but give it to Bear. He was playing a really solid game up until that mistake, and then he got benched for the rest of the game. Also, Puljujärvi going down on the fourth line over Yamamoto when Yamamoto hasn't produced anything 5-on-5 wise is just, I don't know what Tippett was thinking there. There's a lot of things I could go over. Not playing McLeod, not playing Puljujärvi enough, playing Yamamoto a bit too much. Bad coaching, and just a list upon things. I know Tippett won't be fired this upcoming offseason. I know how Holland will work it. I wish that will happen. I'm hoping that Tippett will be fired, but I don't think we're going to be seeing that anytime soon, which is a bummer as Oilers fans, but I just hope we don't waste very many more I can't even speak English. I'm so damn tired. But I hope we don't waste any more years of McDavid and Draisaitl. They're in their primes, and they're playing amazing hockey. And this was just disappointing to see. And I hope we rip up the NHL next year, because this was disappointing. But GG Winnipeg. I'm going to be cheering for you guys in the playoffs. So go kick whoever you're going to be facing in the second round, either Toronto or Montreal. I hope you guys kick their guys' ass, because I'd rather you see you guys move on in the next round, because I'm actually, Winnipeg's my second favorite team, so most likely we'll be cheering for them, or I'll be cheering for Taylor Hall or Jordan Eberle. But also, I'd like to say thank you guys for all the support on the OGRs this year. I've seen a tremendous jump in viewership throughout the OGRs this year compared to last year. So I'm really excited to end this season off, even though it was quick. And I was not expecting it just to be 4 games and to be done. I was expecting it to be maybe a bit longer, but, that's not the way that everything goes. But thank you guys so much for watching all the OGRs this year. It was an amazing year, and I cannot wait for the next year for the Edmonton Oilers, and hope that the next one will be a bit better than this year, boys, because this one was a rough one. You guys will be probably seeing me do like a season wrap-up video, maybe like next week or something, whenever I have some available time. But for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.